1. Phishing. Phishing. This is the most common digital trap on the internet today, usually arriving disguised as an urgent email from a trusted company like your bank or a popular delivery service. The message typically claims there is a sudden problem with your account and provides a link to fix it. But that link actually leads to a fake, identical-looking website controlled by criminals. When you type in your username and password to resolve the fake issue, the attackers instantly record your private credentials and use them to break into your real account. 2. Smishing. Smishing. Think of this as the exact same concept as the previous method. But instead of landing in your email inbox, the trap is sent directly to your mobile phone as a text message. Because people generally trust text messages more than emails and tend to open them immediately, this tactic has become incredibly effective for modern thieves. The text will often claim you have a package stuck in transit or an unpaid toll fee, prompting you to click a link and quickly enter your credit card details before you have time to think critically about the situation. 3. Vishing. Vishing, moving away from written text entirely. This method relies on old-fashioned phone calls mixed with modern psychological manipulation. The attacker will call your phone directly, often pretending to be an authority figure like a police officer, a tax agent, or a fraud prevention specialist from your credit card company. They use a highly aggressive and urgent tone to panic you into revealing your social security number or bank details right there on the phone, relying on your fear to override your normal sense of caution. 4. Ransomware. Ransomware. This is a highly destructive piece of malicious software that sneaks onto your computer, often through a bad download or a malicious email attachment, and silently locks away all of your personal files. It uses military-grade encryption to scramble your family photos, financial documents, and work projects so you can no longer open them. The criminals then display a digital ransom note on your screen, demanding a massive payment, usually in untraceable cryptocurrency, in exchange for the digital key needed to unlock your own computer. 5. Tech support scam. Tech support scam. This highly deceptive trap usually begins with a sudden, blaring pop-up window taking over your entire computer screen, accompanied by loud warning alarms and a message claiming your device is heavily infected with viruses. The pop-up provides a toll-free number to call for immediate assistance from a supposed tech giant like Microsoft or Apple. When you call the number, the fake technicians convince you to grant them remote access to your computer, where they will pretend to fix the non-existent viruses while secretly stealing your private data and charging your credit card for the fake repair. 6. Spoofing. Spoofing. This is not a standalone attack, but rather a deceptive disguise used by criminals to make their other traps look significantly more believable. They use specialized software to fake the caller ID on your phone or alter the sender address on an email so it looks exactly like it is coming from a legitimate source you already know and trust. By hijacking the trusted name of your local bank or a government agency, they bypass your initial suspicions and make it much easier to convince you to hand over sensitive information. 7. Romance scam. Romance scam. Unlike quick automated attacks, this is a slow and deliberate emotional manipulation that takes place over weeks or even months on dating applications and social media platforms. The scammer creates a highly attractive, completely fake profile and spends a massive amount of time building a deep romantic connection and earning the victim's ultimate trust. Once the emotional bond is secure, they suddenly manufacture a tragic fake emergency, like a medical crisis or a sudden legal issue in a foreign country, and plead with the victim to wire them thousands of dollars to help. 8. Investment scam. Investment scam. Taking advantage of the massive public interest in getting rich quickly, this trap promises incredibly high financial returns with little to no risk, often centering around fake cryptocurrency platforms or non-existent real estate deals. The criminals will set up highly professional-looking websites that show fake, constantly rising profits to convince the victim that the system is actually working. However, the moment the victim tries to withdraw their supposedly massive earnings, the platform suddenly freezes the account, demands excessive withdrawal fees, and eventually disappears entirely with all the original money.